And in the past few minutes, ABC confirmed to CNN the Kimmel show will be off the air, quote, indefinitely. We have not yet heard from Kimmel or his representatives. That's how quickly this has been developing.
Jim Carrey has been dropping strange hints for years, and now people are finally starting to notice. One of the funniest and weirdest moments of his career happened on Jimmy Kimmel's stage. At first, it just looked like Jim was being silly and making people laugh. But behind those wild jokes, he seemed to be hiding a secret message. Before we explain that message, let's go back to the famous clip that had the whole internet talking.
Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
Jimmy went from laughing to looking uncomfortable so fast you could almost see him thinking, wait, what did Jim just mean? This isn't really about secret hand signs or crazy conspiracies. What Jim seemed to be saying was actually something more serious. He's been tired of Hollywood's fake sparkle for years. Sitting there on that couch, he almost shrugged like, look, people like Kimmel are just part of the show. They entertain you while the real truth gets hidden. It's like the Roman Colosseum while Rome was burning. The modern version is your glowing TV screen, keeping you busy with endless stories while real truths are ignored.
I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it's the all-mocking tongue.
Oh, I like it. You just scraping.
The symbol of the all-mocking tongue. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on.
If you're enjoying this takedown, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Jim said all of this right to Jimmy Kimmel's face, but he wrapped it in enough sugar and jokes that nobody could really call him out. That's the trick. When you tell the truth through comedy, people let it pass. For fans of Jim Carrey, this wasn't surprising. The crazy, wild comic has turned into a quieter man who thinks a lot about life's biggest questions. He's searching for meaning in a noisy world. Most people never get that chance because they're stuck in silly entertainment, shallow politics, and endless distractions. And where do those distractions come from? The same Hollywood industry Jim was once at the center of. Like he once said, I wish everyone could get rich and famous and have everything they want so they can see it's not the answer. So, was this really about Kimmel personally? Probably not. But Kimmel is part of a bigger system, a machine that controls culture, guided by people far more powerful than him. Late-night comedy has become something darker. It's not just jokes anymore. It's propaganda, messages hidden inside humor. From the pandemic to wars to social fights, the script is always the same. Push the story. Sell it as kindness. If that sounds dramatic, just watch an old clip of Kimmel where he said shocking things and people didn't even notice because he was on the right side.
Dr. Fauci said that if hospitals get any more overcrowded, they're going to have to make some very tough choices about who gets an ICU bed. That choice doesn't seem so tough to me. Vaccinated person having a heart attack? Yes, come right on in. We'll take care of you. Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo? Rest in peace, Wheezy. The poison control centers have seen this spike in calls for people taking this livestock medicine to fight the coronavirus. They won't take the vaccine, which is crazy. It's like if you're a vegan and you're just like, no, I don't want a hamburger. Give me that can of Alpo instead.
Most people couldn't have gotten away with comments like that, especially during the pandemic. But Kimmel did, because he's become the host who takes one strong political side and mocks the other nonstop. Sure, it gets him attention and viral clips online. But Jim Carrey doesn't hand out respect so easily anymore. He notices how Kimmel can cross lines without ever facing trouble from producers. That's not luck, it's protection. He's part of a special group of media people with safety nets. And that's exactly what makes Jim raise an eyebrow. Why do certain people get away with everything? Maybe because when you're performing for the emperor, the circus is always welcome. It keeps the crowd busy while those in power do whatever they want. And that's the sleep Jim wants to wake us from. To prove it, just look at another clip of Kimmel making a rude joke about Donald Trump's death. Instead of anger, the audience clapped.
If those 3 judges he appointed to the Supreme Court take this case and rule against him, he is going to blow a whale-sized windmill out of it. I mean, it might actually... This could be it. Sometimes I wonder, once Trump has been gone and buried on the 18th hole of one of his golf courses, will things get better, or will we have a whole new crop of MAGA brains to deal with?
That's the problem with this kind of political comedy. It doesn't bring people together, it pushes them apart. It doesn't make people curious or kind. It makes them bitter and angry. That's the real trick. It's a distraction, keeping millions stuck in hate instead of reaching out, learning something new, or making peace. Of course, Trump wasn't happy about always being Kimmel's favorite target. But when you step back, the difference between Kimmel and Carrey is huge. Jim Carrey, once the world's funniest man, now looks inside himself for meaning, not cheap laughs. To him, the endless political jokes feel small. What really woke him up was the Hawaii missile scare in 2018. For 10 minutes, he thought the world was ending. In that scary moment, all the fame, all the headlines, all the noise disappeared. What was left was the truth. Life is fragile, short, and most of our daily drama is meaningless in the face of death.
I sat on the lanai and looked out the ocean, and at that point I just started going, okay, well, what can I do with this last moment of time? And I just decided to go through a list of gratitudes, and honest to God, I could not stop thinking of wonderful things that have happened to me and blessings that I've had. So it was lovely. It was lovely, and I got to a point of grace at about 2 minutes to spare when I found out it wasn't actually happening. And all I was planning to do was close my eyes and be thankful, because it's been a good ride.
In recent years, Jim Carrey's whole view of life has changed, shaped by age and by painful loss. When his girlfriend died in 2015, he had to face death up close. Suddenly, fame, lights, and news stories felt empty. They looked like a carnival, bright and flashy, but meaningless. Maybe that's what Jim's warning is about. Don't get fooled by trends, fake panics, or glittery distractions the media keeps feeding us. If we can escape that trap, maybe we'll see something deeper, something real that actually matters.
Kimmel has no talent. They're next. They're going to be going. I hear they're going to be going. I don't know, but I would imagine because they get, Colbert has better ratings than Kimmel or Fallon. You know that.
Jim's change isn't just about walking away from Hollywood circus. It's about showing how shallow the whole thing is. For years, he was the king of comedy, the man who could twist his face 1,000 ways and make the world laugh. But now, every word he says feels heavier, like someone who peeked behind the curtain and didn't like what he saw. He doesn't care about glitter or fame anymore. To him, it's all just flashing lights meant to keep us distracted while truths slip past. And when he talks, whether in an interview or on a late-night stage, he's trying to wake people up. He wants them to see that most of what we watch is fake drama, like junk food for the brain. His message is quiet but strong. Entertainment isn't always harmless. Sometimes, it's the very thing that keeps us from finding real meaning.
It's just spineless en masse. This is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
I think we all agree on that. I just thought, Jim, that it escalated to that.
It didn't escalate. It came out of nowhere because Will has something going on inside him that's frustrating.
Jim's warning isn't loud. It's soft, almost whispered, but it stays in your mind long after the laughter ends. He's telling us to look past the glitter, the outrage, and the headlines and ask the real question: what actually matters? Because in the end, it's not viral clips or hashtags that shape our lives. It's family, love, death, and meaning. The things no fame or spotlight can buy. Maybe that's why his words hurt more than his jokes. They're not just entertainment. They're an invitation to wake up, to stop confusing distractions with truth, and to notice the real beauty of life before it slips away. And that's the big twist Jim Carrey leaves us with. The man who once made the whole world laugh now dares us to sit quietly and listen. In the end, his message is simple. The jokes were never just jokes. They were warnings, telling us to look past the circus and see what truly matters before it's too late.